Hey, this is Pastor Frank with a follow-up to last week's message as we ended our series on knowing God. The most important thing in your world, in your life, why you were created, is to know God. And last Sunday we talked about a really important attribute of God, one that you totally need to know and understand, because if you don't grasp it, you'll never be able to have a relationship with your Creator. Love. God is love. It's called omnibenevolence. God just doesn't have love. Maybe certain times God expresses love, but not. God is love. He's always acting within this attribute of love, which is absolutely cool. Think about this with me. God, the Creator, had 4 choices in creation. Number 1, He could have just chose to create nothing. Number 2, He could have chose to create a world that was just amoral. There is no good, there is no bad. It's just full of trees and plants and you know, an ecosystem. God could have created earth with only good, and there was no option for anything else. Or God could have created the world that you and I are living in today, where good and evil exist. It is only in this 4th option where God's attribute of love can be manifested, and where it could reign, this option of love. God can't command you to love Him, because love takes free will, and only in the 4th option can free will exist, and only in free will can love exist. God can't, He can compel you, He can force you to do certain things, but love doesn't operate that way. The operating principle on this earth is love. God's love toward us. It's happening in this 4th option. Our receiving this love and responding to it only happens in the 4th option. And how we, from this, choose to love other people. The number 1 commandment is to love God, and it's a choice. Amazing thought. People, when it's all said and done, when you read the back half of the Bible, when it's all over with, what does God have at the end of the book of Revelation that He didn't have at the beginning? And the answer is this: He has human beings that are in heaven with Him because they want to be. He has angelic beings that are in heaven because they chose to be. There's choice, and only in this can love exist. Only in this can love flourish and be possible. It's mind-blowing, pretty cool. Loving God. Loving God. Do you love God? If so, why do you love God? What is it about God that you love? The number 1 commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. What did Jesus say to Peter on the beach? Peter, do you love me? What an awesome question from deity to humanity, from creation to creator. It's a question. Do you love me? It's an act. It's a response coming from volition. I actually do love you. It's amazing. This is what God's after. It's the number 1 commandment. It's pretty cool. So we're going to say goodbye to knowing God. Next Sunday is going to be Mission Sunday. We're going to be focusing on that wall, and as you walk down the hallway, heading to the bathrooms are out that way. We have this wall. It's all about missions. Talk about, if we love God, we're supposed to love other people. And how are we loving other people? And our church is awesome when it comes to missions around the world, missions right here close to us. It's pretty cool. We're going to kind of focus on that as we as a church are loving. We're showing God's love to the world through missions, which is pretty cool. That's going to be happening this next Sunday. Hey, you know what? The holidays are coming up pretty soon. Operation Christmas Child is a really cool thing. It's another way that we can show that we love people, is just by being a part of this. I hope that your growth group might be picking up on this and focusing on doing Operation Christmas Child. You have time to be a part of that. We encourage you to be a part of that, which is pretty cool. In 2 weeks, we're going to be starting a brand new series called God Hates, ... What do you hate? I hate it when flies land on my food when I'm trying to eat. Don't you hate that? I hate that. What are some things that you hate? In this series, we're going to be talking about things that God hates. So, kind of cool. That's what we're going to be heading to. God bless you, Woodbridge. May you know God, and may you know Him a little bit better coming out of this series. We'll see you all next Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.
I believe in the virgin birth. I believe in the saints' communion.